Well, hello everybody. It is July 11th, Friday. It is a hot Friday at that. It's in the 90s and the humidity is I don't know what, but it's really hot. We're going to Freeport. That's we. When I say we, I'm talking about me and Ollie. And we're going to go down to Marsh Landing at 4 Mile Creek. It's a nice little landing. I've never been to it before, but I hear good things about it. So we're just going to drive down there and check it out. We're not going to be kayaking today. I've been having a little issues with my shoulders, and plus it's pretty darn hot today. So if you're going to go kayaking early this morning or late in the afternoon, it's going to be the best time to go. I'm more of a fall kayaker, but I do intend on getting out real soon. So you can come along with us and we'll go check out this landing and see what it's all about.
As a kid, we came through Freeport, Florida to go to Fort Walton Beach on Highway 331, which many of you probably still do if you are from up north. Now, I specifically remember this fountain with the anchor in the middle of it, and it's still here today. Although this isn't the most traveled intersection anymore, it still brings back a lot of memories for me.
We have arrived at Marsh Landing. That is the bridge behind me that goes over the little creek. And this is actually Marsh Landing at 4 Mile Creek. And as you can see, there's a little boardwalk that you can walk that basically runs the length of the road, and then out over the water there's another boardwalk that you can fish off of. Again, this is the bridge that you'll cross over. So this is the boardwalk here at Marsh Landing. Some of it's in better shape than others, but overall it's in pretty good shape. Now this is in the town of Freeport, Florida. A lot of you will pass through Freeport. A lot of you will pass through Freeport on Highway 331 headed to the Florida Panhandle's beaches. In case you didn't know, this is where corn dogs come from. You never knew they grew on a plant, did you? Ollie says it's pretty darn hot. It's pretty darn hot, isn't it, Ollie? They do have restrooms here, and this looks like an older facility. It's been here for a while. They used to have a water fountain, but it's been taken away. There's mostly parking out here for boats and boat trailers. Not really parking out here for individual vehicles, although you can park on the side on the grass, which is what we did. But there's only room for just a few vehicles to park here if you're not bringing a boat trailer. So I'm going to take you on this side back over here where the boat docks are. You can see this part is much older, but it still looks pretty nice. The channel must be pretty deep right here. There's somebody right there going out on the water. I'm looking at this place and thinking that it'd be a great place, as long as you stay on the creek area, to go kayak. I don't believe I would get out into the main channel over here, because I see some pretty big boats, and I believe that they have tugboats and other things coming down that area over there on that side. I know I see some big boats over there, so I wouldn't want to be out there on a kayak when one of those came by. There's not really a lot of room out there, and wouldn't really have a lot of places to get out of the way. So I'd play it safe and stay on this side over here, which goes all the way back up into there. And there's a lot of little places looks like to explore over here as well. But we'll walk on out here on this little dock at the boat ramp, so you can see a little bit better. So you got all that area right there. You can pull up on a boat, and then the creek goes on. Back up that way, and the water's pretty calm. It's a little bit windy, but not bad. I think it'd be fine on a kayak. And this would be a good place to come at night, looks like, to go fishing. There's a light out here, if those lights work. Haven't been out here at night. He's a pretty big guy. I don't know if I can pick him up. I'm gonna pick him up. Hold on, Ollie can mess with him. See him, Ollie? He's pretty big. See the size of that thing? So this little town of Freeport has really grown. We used to come out to Freeport when I was a kid, and we would go fishing over around what's called Aliquaw on Black Creek. And my dad liked to go mullet fishing a lot out there. And I remember those days, and I could never catch anything. I really wasn't a fisherman. Never was interested in it. And I'm still not real interested in it, but I do like being on the water. But anyway, it's changed a lot since then. Town's gotten a lot bigger. It's pretty much exploded with growth, because people have started marketing it as a town that's close enough to the beach that you can get to the beach and enjoy the beach, but far enough away from the beach you don't have as much of the crowds. So that's how they're selling it. And a lot of businesses are moving here. A lot of little shopping centers have opened up. So it's just grown over the last 20 to 30 years, is what I'd say. If you look way down there, you'll see that big blue building. That's one of the marinas that they have around here. And you look right there, you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of big boats. And they have tugboats out that come down this as well. I'm assuming because of the marina. I really don't know. I haven't seen them, I've just been told that, so that's why I wouldn't recommend kayaking in this part of the channel. I would turn off on this little side creek here. But it's a really nice day out here today. The breeze coming off sure cools it down a lot. I mean, it's still hot, but it's much better. And this is 4 Mile Creek landing. So if you got a bigger boat and you're not kayaking like I do, and the other place may be full, there's a few. There's actually 5 boat truck parking places out here, and that's pretty much it. But it's another option if you can't get in the other one. Now, none of these places have picnic tables or anything like that. They do have a couple of bench seating and one little covered, just a covered building with a couple of bench seatings around it. That's it. Nothing you'd want to come. I mean, you could sit there and have a picnic there, I guess, but you know, there's not a lot of room for that kind of stuff. This is more just for launching your boat or fishing off the pier or something. But this is what it looks like here at this boat ramp. And these are both on Google Maps. Just look up Freeport, Florida, and 4 Mile Creek Landing. And there's the highway right there with the bridge, and then right next to it there is a sidewalk with its own bridge, so you won't get run over crossing the creek. And it's actually covered, so that's even nice too. I think it's more like a bicycle trail, but I'll see if I can get a view of it from way over here. You might can see it from right here. So yeah, so that's pretty much it out here at the 4 Mile Creek Landing and Marsh Landing. Me and Ollie are hot. We're gonna have our picnic out here, but we've decided that it's probably just too darn hot. So we're just drinking water and we're going back to the truck. Well, Ollie and I have found us a great place to eat. Couldn't find a shady spot with a picnic table out at the boat landing out there in Freeport, so we came on down to Basin Bayou. It's a little up the road from what's Rocky Bayou State Park. I'm actually at Choctaw Beach, and it's right on the bay. If you were directly across, you would be at the beach at the other side. Cross over the land on the other side. It's like a buffer zone in between the beach and the land on this side. So it's good for bad weather such as hurricanes, because it gives us a little bit of buffer on the coast. So anyway, Ollie and I's gonna eat. Ollie's got his own little bowl down here. He's not really interested right now. He's too much trying to sniff around at all the stuff on the ground. But anyway, I'm gonna eat and we'll check out this park and probably call it a day. This is Choctaw Beach, and it's just to the west of Freeport. So when I was a kid, we would go to Fort Walton Beach, and oftentimes we would come through here, or either we would come through here on the way back. But it was always cool to me because I knew when I saw this, I knew we were getting close to the beach. Now, it has restrooms here. It also has a boat landing, and it has a small playground. And some of you, if you've been coming to the beach for as long as I have, or longer, or older than me, will remember these pavilions right here, these little picnic table pavilions. These were a staple in Florida. Every park you went to that I've ever been to, up into the 80s, and apparently still now they still have these, had these covered picnic tables with these concrete covers over them like this, and they were all made in this design into a V in the middle. I actually remember in the 80s seeing guys up on top of these things on skateboards. So there's 2 of them still here that have made it through every storm we've had since they were put up. I don't know if there were more before this. I'm sure there was, and some further down or whatever, but this walkway has been here for a few years, and it's been through some storms, but nothing real major, I don't believe. Now, I can remember when my kids were younger, I used to bring them here too. Mostly my youngest ones. They've seen more of this park than anybody else, but we would come by here on the way back from the beach as well sometimes. and they would play on this playground. So I have a lot of fond memories here. But if you do head down this direction and you know you're looking for a restroom or somewhere to just stop and take a break, they do have restrooms here. This is the boat ramp I was talking of. It's fairly new. New as in the last 5, 6, 7 years probably. But definitely no older than that. Or at least the dock portion of it. You notice the water out here in the bay, it looks like bay water. It's darker, muddier, and that's what you're going to see. And it's usually choppier. But you got a great view out here and a good breeze coming off. And if you see those concrete walls that are out into the water, those are to help with erosion. I know you see the rock on the shore, I'm sure you know that's for the erosion too, but if you see the angle that the waves are coming in at, that's to help slow that erosion down. And I just love that tree. Gotten some good pictures by that tree. So Ollie and I hope you have enjoyed this little video. It was a little short, I guess, considering how long my videos normally are, and there was no kayaking, and I am going to be doing that soon. I just got some stuff I've got to straighten out, but hope you enjoyed it. And if you've never been down here, it's a good place to check out. Just take a drive down here and check it out, or if you're coming through the area, stop and check it out. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Until next time, don't forget, get outdoors.